Now I can confirm that 5 workers are out. 5 workers are out of the 41. 36 still remain inside, but the people there are extremely hopeful that they can get all of them out in the next couple of hours. We have more reactions of the SDRF and NDRF personnel who are involved in this rescue operation.
वो बहुत ज़्यादा उन लोगों उसने टाइम हमारा वेस्ट किया। अच्छा हाँ, उसी वजह से ऑगर भी थोड़ा वो हो गया था। अगर वो चीज़ें ना आती तो शायद ऑगर बहुत पहले काम कर देता, बट वहाँ मैनुअली काम जरूरी था, तो मैनुअली हम लोगों ने सब कुछ कर दिया वहाँ पे।
कितने लोग की टीम थी?
सर 12 लोगों की टीम थी हमारी।
कितना टाइम लगा इसको?
हमें अप्रोक्स 26 आवर लगे। 26 आवर्स हमने इनको बाहर निकाल लिया जी। बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत करी हमारे लड़कों ने, बहुत ही ज़्यादा मशीनरी वर्क है। और
Sir, I'm with BBC.
Sir, how can you explain this about this operation? Sir, this is very big success, sir. मर गए गिर रहे थे।
All right, so the first pictures of those who've been rescued. Now we can confirm to you that 5 workers have been rescued out of the 41. 5 of them have been taken out of the tunnel. Initial medical checkup is going on, after which they will be taken to the hospital. But what a moment this is, not just for those 41 workers, not just for their families who've been waiting anxiously with bated breath for any news, any good news of their loved ones, but the entire nation was hooked on to what was happening there in Uttarkashi, praying with the families, praying with the concerned loved ones for the well-being of these 41 workers. And today, 17 days since the workers were first trapped, remember they were first trapped on Diwali day, 17 days since then, they are now being pulled out one after another. First 5 workers have now been pulled out. A remaining 36 are being pulled out right now. Let's listen in to more reactions coming in.
Out already, and they're coming out gradually now.
All the member of rescue team is very happy, sir, including CM.
Yes.
And you, sir, and you, sir.
Yes,
Sir, from the first day I am taking your bite. That's why I want to. You can speak something.
The 5 workers have been pulled out. This is a massive moment, not just in this story, not just for those workers who were stuck there for the better part of almost 3 weeks now. 17 days they've been stuck there. And these are the first pictures from inside. You can see how the workers are being pulled out, and clearly what a moment this is. Pushkar Dhami, the Chief Minister, has been there for the better part of the last week or so. General VK Singh, you can see him in the pictures as well. These are the first pictures of those workers who've been rescued from this tunnel. They've been trapped there for the last 17 days. Now we can confirm that 5 workers have been pulled out. This is a massive testimony to the hard work, to the patience. Really, they were tested to the very hilt. Over the last 24 hours, they were digging manually by hand. These rat miners who were brought in from Bihar and Jharkhand, they were digging by hand because they couldn't dig through machines anymore. The auger machine had broken. The drill of the auger machine had broken. Those drill bits had to be removed manually by hand, and the rest of the debris, about 8 to 10 meters, had to be dug by hand. So for the last 26 hours, hand digging was happening there, and finally they have found success. They have found the trapped workers. 5 of the 41 have been rescued, and we're given to understand that in the next couple of hours, the remaining 36 will be rescued as well. Let me go across to Sudhir Krishna, former Urban Secretary, who's joining us. Raghav Chandra is former Chairman of the NHAI. Mr. Chandra, all right, Mr. Sudhir Krishna is there with us on the line now. Mr. Sudhir Krishna, this is a story that everyone in the country, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, has been following. What are your thoughts as we see these pictures? This was a historic rescue operation, and I'm pleased to inform our viewers that all 41 workers are in reasonable health, and that all 41 will be rescued over the next couple of hours. 5 have already been rescued. What are your thoughts as you see these pictures?
I think it's a moment of great happiness, satisfaction and pride also. Happiness and satisfaction about the safe retrieval of the trapped miners, and also a pride in the sense that our agencies worked hard, whether it is NDRF or whether it is other agencies, state and local and national agencies, they worked hard. So to that extent, it is really a matter of satisfaction and pride. But having said that, I think there's a lot more that we have to see just beyond this rescuing operation. Why this whole thing happened, why the situation happened, and whether it can happen again, and how to avoid this situation happening. There are a lot of issues here.
Yeah.
And it also gave us a feeling that our country has respect for life, because end to end the whole country was concerned about the trapped persons. On the other hand, when we see that almost 1.5 lakh people die every year in road accident, one starts feeling that whether we really value life. But today we got the feeling that yes, our country has respect for life.
I think
And
that's a
many more
great point
things.
that you make, Mr. Krishna, because it was said that in India life is cheap. But I don't think anyone who has seen this saga for the better part of the last almost 3 weeks now, 17 days, these workers have been trapped inside. No one will say that in India life comes cheap. They've moved heaven and earth to bring these workers back. Yes, of course, they faced all kinds of hurdles. The machine drilling met with this hurdle of the auger bit, the auger drill being broken. It was broken into many multiple pieces. They could not retrieve that by another machine. They had to then pull it out by hand. If you can just take us through, what kind of ordeal, not just these workers who were trapped inside had to go through. I'll come to that in one moment. But the rescue operation itself, there were experts who were flown in from the United States, experts who were flown in from Australia, and they were overseeing this operation. Multiple agencies were involved in it, and clearly they finally found this major success, and particularly in the last 26 hours when these rat miners had to be brought in from Bihar and Jharkhand, and they had to literally rummage through the debris with their bare hands to cover the last 10 meters or so. Yes, Mr. Krishna, yeah. You have to unmute, sir. Please unmute. Yeah, thank you.
They have done really a wonderful job. There is no doubt about it. And this is not at all the prescribed procedure for mining or for tunneling of rat hole mining, etc. is not at all prescribed. And it is very, I would say it is a matter of great surprise that we had to fall back on this. And our standards are different. The Bureau of Indian Standard has set standards for mining, both excavation type as well as tunneling. And now I think they have to design standards for rat hole mining also. But then all this put together gives an impression that our agencies are not really, they need a lot of capacity building to understand what the geology is like, what the Himalayan geology is like. Because 16 days ago when this started on 12th of this month, and we were given to understand that within 2 days these trapped miners will be retrieved. But 2 days kept on increasing and then so on, and they could not fathom what exactly was the problem, and every time there was experimentation going on. So this gives it's like I'm just saying that silver lining of the dark cloud is that we got an opportunity to reflect on our strengths and weaknesses and
All right.
work
So
on our
clearly,
weaknesses.
just to bring our viewers who are just joining